Canning food is a great preservation method for many food items. However, if you went down a canned food aisle expecting to find some beans, and instead got greeted by some of the foods on this list, it might really test your "I'm not fussy, I'll eat anything" attitude. Number 20. Lasagna. While tinned lasagna might sound great to iconic Cat Garfield, for the rest of us, it is a sight to behold. Really, the thing that makes this strange is that it doesn't really take the form of a traditional layered lasagna whatsoever, but instead form some sort of mushy pasta-based mess. Number 19. Candwich. PBJ grape, PBJ strawberry, and BBQ chicken. The three flavors that secure the Candwich a place on the list. Sandwiches in supermarkets are a great idea, but unless you're preparing for a nuclear crisis, there's no need to buy a sandwich with a shelf life longer than most people. Number 18. Haggis. The iconic Scottish meat is an acquired taste at the best of times. However, when put into a can, it takes it up to a whole other level of strange. The mushy texture to this product is one I'd recommend to avoid at all costs. Number 17. Fried chicken. Some people like to question the quality of food at fast food restaurants, but this vegetarian fried chicken in a can makes it seem as though most takeaways deserve a Michelin star. Number 16. Pork brains. Bacon, sausages, ham. Pork provides us with so many options. However, for those who really like to see nothing go to waste, you'll be glad to see that the brains are available complete with everyone's favorite condiment, milk gravy. Number 15. Bread. Another product unnecessary unless you're preparing for a nuclear fallout. Fresh bread won't cost you too much. It's easily frozen, and unless you want miniature round sandwiches, bread from a can really doesn't have much use. Number 14. Frog's legs. A French delicacy, frog's legs are the sort of thing you'd expect to see in a fancy restaurant. When put into a can, it really takes the class out of it, which somehow makes eating frog's legs even less appealing. Number 13. Snails. Keeping it going with the French delicacies. Fortunately, the snails are canned in a sauce, but this isn't enough to stop me from wondering whether I'd just be better off eating the snail. I just stepped on over one in a can. Number 12. Whole chicken. A seemingly great idea. The whole chicken in a can sounds like the lazy man's best friend. However, the amount of fat that this is canned with is almost enough to turn you vegetarian, so long as you avoid the canned vegetarian fried chicken. Number 11. Cheeseburger. A staple of the fast food industry, the cheeseburger really doesn't belong in a can. Fresh, frozen, and half-eaten are all kinds of burgers. I would choose ahead of a canned burger. Number 10. Octopus. Calamari is a food for the upper class, something pulled out for the special occasions. So, why anyone thought that the market of people who eat calamari would buy canned octopus is a question I doubt there is a good answer to. Number 9. Thai green curry with crocodile. The idea of a Thai green curry in a can is fairly normal in comparison to the rest of the list. However, where most would go for chicken, this version contains crocodile. That's enough to make some people run away scared. Number 8. Vegi-Scallops. Vegetarians seem to have been dealt a bad hand by the canned foods industry, a classier food than the fried chicken. These Vegi-Scallops somehow manage to look just as unappetizing. Number 7. Sushi. When you think about sushi, your first thought is probably fresh rice combined with raw fish. However, one person still managed to take away the freshness and put the raw fish into a can. What could possibly go wrong? Number 6. Armadillo. Players of games like Red Dead Redemption will be familiar with the meat and skin of armadillo and selling them for money. But if you decided you missed out on eating it in-game, then don't worry, you can make up for that by buying this canned armadillo. Number 5. Beaver meat. The majority of canned beaver meat is sold for dogs. However, in this instance, this can is for human consumption and gives a much more literal meaning to eating beaver. Number 4. Fish assholes. Somewhere at some point, someone thought, you know what we need to eat? Fish assholes. I really wish I understood this one, but hey, at the very least we know they're Manhattan style. Number 3. Silkworm. This is the kind of thing used as a punishing dare for most. However, the fact that this is sold in a can indicates a need for a long shelf life and a place in the kitchen of numerous households. Number 2. Roasted crickets with eggs. When crickets make their way into food, it tends to get that restaurant shut down. But this can preserve them for your pleasure and round off the meal with the tasty crunch of cricket eggs. Number 1. Fish mouths. Some of the foods in this list have been downright disgusting, but fish mouths are up there with the strangest of them all, complete with the teeth. This canned snack is more scary than appetizing for most people, but for some reason or another, this still exists. Any of these weird and wonderful creations making you feel slightly peckish? Let us know in the comments section below.